Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Menashe. If you're loving what you're hearing on the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, go out and tell 2 friends today. Show them how easy it is to subscribe to the show. The Real Estate Espresso Podcast can be heard on more than 20 different platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you're sure to find this show. Go spread the love around. Why keep all this goodness to yourself? Today is the first day of the month, and on the first day of each month, we review the book of the month. In order to be considered for Book of the Month, a book has to be impactful enough that it will either change your life or your perspective on the world. Now, whether it does or not is entirely up to you. If you simply consume the book as a piece of entertainment, well, you're kind of missing the point. You've got to make it part of you, internalize it, and implement the ideas on a daily basis. And if you do, you have a chance at real transformation. The book this month is definitely worthy of the Book of the Month. We're talking about a book that has changed numerous lives of friends of mine, and quite frankly, I'm embarrassed to say that I waited a long time to read it, even after having numerous recommendations. And I even waited longer to bring it here this month. Well, this weekend I had the privilege to spend an hour with the author of this month's book on a Zoom call. The author's name is Bob Burg, and he was coming to us from his home in Jupiter, Florida. Bob is the author of 8 books, and he's sold over 2 million copies. Some of his books have been translated into 29 languages. Bob has been named one of the 200 most influential authors in the world by Richtopia. The book is called The Go-Giver, a little story about a powerful business idea. I've long been a believer in abundance mentality, and if you're a listener to this show, chances are that you've been exposed to that way of thinking as well. And if you're not a full convert to the mindset of abundance already. The opposite of abundance mentality is scarcity mentality, and that's the mindset that says the pie is only so big, and if I'm going to get my fair share, then I've got to take it from someone else. The abundance mindset, on the other hand, says, rather than taking from someone else, focus instead on making the pie bigger for everyone. But the book Go-Giver goes much deeper. You're probably already thinking you understand the abundance mindset, but there's many other factors that go into true giver mentality. Rather than focusing on abundance, Bob Burg breaks it down into 5 principles, as if they're almost laws of nature. The book is written as a narrative, as a fable, with Joe, the super aggressive salesman trying to meet his sales quota for the quarter. He keeps losing deal after deal. He's focused on the prize. He's focused on meeting his sales quota. There's a week remaining in the quarter, and he's getting desperate. In the course of the week, our salesman Joe meets a mentor who takes him through a series of 5 lessons, each with daily homework. The power of this book is in its simplicity. Bob Burg doesn't just give you information, he wraps it in a story, and we learn through stories. We're taken through a narrative that transforms the main character in the story bit by bit. Each lesson results in a shift, but still pieces of the puzzle are missing and the picture isn't clear. That is, it isn't clear until the very last piece of the puzzle is put into place. You see, some businesses are focused on just giving enough value to make the trade a fair trade. If you get a decent cup of coffee for $2, that's a fair trade. But you're not going to become a global leader with that. You've got to deliver a coffee experience so great the customers feel like they're getting a massive bargain. But even when you deliver incredible value, it might still be a small business unless you truly aim to serve a lot of people and serve them really well. That's why a rock star gets paid so much more than a great musician who plays on Friday nights in a bar band. The rock star has focused on impacting many more people. I'm not going to give you the entire book away. What I discovered is that those people who are takers, they show up plain as can be. Those who want you to sign a non-disclosure agreement before even giving you simple information about a project. They're usually scarcity-minded people. Those who are secure in the value they bring operate from a posture of confidence. Spending time with the author Bob Burg was very special this weekend. It was clear that even though the book had a few simple ideas, they weren't all that easy to implement. Social conditioning can run very deep for many. The ideas in this book can challenge core beliefs for some. The discussion took us much deeper than the book itself. Bob started quoting Benjamin Franklin and other great thinkers that came before him. The ideas in this book are really designed to be timeless. And even though this book was first published in 2007 and then later updated in 2015, this book is destined to become a timeless classic. Go out and get a copy of The Go-Giver by Bob Burg. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Go make some great things happen. I'll talk to you again tomorrow.